Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hello, everybody. How you doing? We're here to have a good time with you guys.
Welcome to another Stay Fishy Friday. Today's going to be a busy weekend for us.
Yes, very busy, very busy. We got all kinds of things to do. You go ahead and talk, Josh, and I'm going to find out when the people are building up. We've got 105 here.
Yeah.
So we got to wait a little bit for the Tracy update, and we got Roger supposed to show up tonight.
Supposed to.
He was supposed to already been here, so I don't know what happened with Roger, but here's his seat. See, Roger, we have a place for you, son, but you're not showing up.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard from him. Usually he texts me, so I said.
Oh no, he texted me. He said he now can't make it to Chicago, but he'll be here definitely for the live stream. So now we're just making fun of him for being late. But anyways, you have your favorite host here, Bigrich. We got your favorite hamburglar, Ubi, and Jackie, the man of the hour.
So if you guys don't know, we're planning on going to Aqua Shella this weekend.
Oh no, we're leaving when the live stream ends. We're on our way. Go ahead.
And we'll be in Chicago for those of you that are around there.
Whoever's going to Aqua Shella, come say hi to us. I'll sign anything, take pictures with you. You know, I'm ready. I love these things. I love when I can get away. This is like the best jail I've ever been in, is this house right here. I love getting away from it. I really do.
And for me, it might be my last show for a while.
So no more Aqua Shellas, no more
Probably.
nothing? Why?
Well, for right now, let's put this into perspective. My daughter's on the verge of about to laugh for the first time. If I'm in Chicago and I miss it, I'm going to be pissed.
Trust me, you're going to have more kids. It's not that big a deal, and she will laugh for you,
not.
and you will feel. Trust me, when you get home from Aqua Shella and you find out she laughed once, and then you get home and then you tickle her and she laughs. It's all forgotten about. She laughed for you. It's adorable. I mean, you kids were like, it was like Superman carrying around my baby boys with me, and you guys were like hugging my legs the whole time. You guys were like my best friends. I took you everywhere. I had my own business so that I could take you guys to work with me. I took you guys everywhere. You know, we had a great time together, and I didn't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was great. I'm telling you, this is your first kid, and you're thinking this is, no, you're going to have more. You're going to have more.
Who knows? Might be my last.
And no, trust me, it will not. I'll make you $1 bet. Come on. Bet me.
I'll bet you $100 that we've already talked about this being the only kid.
How about $100 that you will have more?
I really can't say it's not.
Come on, bet me.
It's not.
You will have more, because I don't care what your plans are. I don't care what you want in life. You're going to have kids. Period. It happens. I had 3 and I wasn't looking for any. And then that was the best thing that happened to me. Took me out of being in trouble all the time and hanging out at bars. I'm home and I'm raising these things that depend on me. These boys depend on me. It made me a man. You know what I'm saying? And it was what I had to live for. You guys are the only thing that kept me when Tracy cheated on me and left. You know, I had my boys. I raised you guys. You were there, and I made you the best boys that I could imagine. The best way I can, bring these boys up, the best way I can make them men. I did what I could and made you guys the men you are today. And I tell you what, I would never trade any of it away. You will have more kids. I don't care about your plans. You can talk all the plans you want. You're going to have more kids, trust me. I thought I'm going to have a boy and a girl, and that's it. And I grew up, and now I have 3 boys. I didn't plan on that. It just happens. Life happens, son, whether you want it to or not. And you know what? It grows. Life happens, and life just, oh my goodness. It's you have no control over it. Just hang on and go for the ride.
Kind of do. You can get snipped or you can not get snipped.
Well, you ain't going to do that. All right, we're up to 195. Let's start with the Tracy update. Welcome, everybody. That weren't here at the beginning. Thank you for hanging out with us. We've got an empty chair here because Roger didn't show up yet. You want to call Roger and see what's going on? In the meantime, I'm going to start the Tracy update. Now, you guys didn't know, but oh my God, Tracy got so sick. It was horrible. The first day, I had the nurse telling me that, she was sick and this and that. And I'm like, okay, I can handle that. That night was one of the worst nights of my life. I was up every 15 minutes. I had to suction her out internally, which we don't do very much no more. I had to go all the way internally. There's somebody at the front door.
Mike.
Oh, is it? Okay. All the way down into her and pull out because she wasn't suctioning or she wasn't coughing no more. She wasn't feeling there's something there. When you clear your throat or you cough a little bit, you feel there's something there and you cough it up. She wasn't feeling that. So I had to go internally and suction her out like every 15, 20 minutes. All night long. I got no little naps. It was horrible. It was terrible. I told the nurse in the morning, I'm like, oh my God, she was, down to 92, of her saturation, and I'd suction her out. She'd go up to 95. No sooner did I walk back into my room and put a blanket over me that the things are beeping again. She's down to 91. I mean, it was that way all night long. It was horrible. So, Mara, being the responsible nurse she ordered, PRC, which is a COVID test, and all these. She ordered the X-rays and all this other stuff, and we got all these test results back, and it comes out she's negative, and we're not understanding why she's doing this. Well, two nights of that, I was like the Walking Dead. I was up all night doing these things, and then in the morning time I'd hand her over to Mara, and she'd be better a little bit in the daytime. Nighttime was horrible. And then the third night, she cleared up. And last night, she was an angel. I mean, she was just so sweet, so nice. I didn't have to suction her out at all. She coughed it all up. I'm cleaning out the bib. I suctioned that out. But, I mean, she was coughing on her own. She was doing so good, and I'm back talking to her. And, I'm back getting a little bit of sleep. And, I wake her up in the morning. That's when she's the most attentive. She, when I kiss her on her cheek and talk to her in her ear, she turns her eyes towards me, and I'm like, I know you can hear me, baby, and I've talked to her. I love our mornings together. It's so sweet. I love that, And during the daytime, she don't really listen to me that much. Like, I'll come in the room, I'm like, hi, honey, and I'll tap her on her arm, and she'll just, keep looking away from me or something. I'm like, oh, I'm being ignored, But in the mornings, I have such a sweet, I wish I could record this for you guys. It's so sweet that I talk to her and she's like looking right at me, and just all of her attention's on me. And, I know that she's there. It's just so beautiful. I love it. I don't like when she's, just like staring off into space. But, she's gotten better. She's definitely gotten better. And then this morning, usually, now people don't like me to say things like the word diaper or whatever, but I'm changing her. And, usually when I pull off the front and I go between her legs, she clamps her legs closed, and I have to, pry her legs open a little bit to get the diaper out of there and then, pull it up. And I think that's just a reaction because she feels something moving, so she closes her legs. Today, I went to I did both sides of the diaper, and I went to pull it down between, and her whole right leg came up, bent all the way up, and then I pulled the thing out, and she put her leg over her other leg. She, like, basically crossed her legs. I was like, oh, my God, that's all. I've never seen that. That's new movement. I love new movement. When you do something new, I love it. I'm just so happy. And she crossed her legs for me today doing that. And, I had a big old conversation with her. It was so cute. So she's doing a lot better. She's not as sick as we thought or as she was acting. And, she actually started bleeding when we suction her out because of us going down internally, putting this hose down in there and scraping her all the way down and, touching bottom. You do that, every 15 minutes or 20 minutes for an entire day. Of course it's going to get sore. And of course it's going to get bloody. So she started bleeding and I was like, we can't keep going inside. And the next day she was better. That night she was better. So I just suction out she gurgles a little bit. I suction the trach out, and she's back clear, and her stats go back up, and that's all we care about. We want her oxygen anywhere between 94 to 100. Anywhere in between there is good, and then a good healthy oxygen level in your bloodstream will help her heal and stuff like that. So the alarm goes off when it gets below 90, like 89. It'll just start beeping and stuff. But we've been doing this so long that I know that if she coughs, I know the alarm's going to go off for 2 beeps, because she coughs it up, and for some reason it goes down to 89. 2 beeps later, it's back up to like 94, and then heading to 95, heading to 96, because she coughed up the phlegm and stuff. So it's we're getting used to it basically, and she's doing a lot better, and her body looks like she seriously, when she came home from the what do you call it, the nursing homes. She looked like all skin and bones. I mean, it was just saggy skins on top of thin bones. I was mortified when I saw her, because we couldn't visit her because of COVID. And when she came home and she had bed sores, and she was, it was like, oh, this was so gross and so sick. And now her body's back to her arms are the normal size, and she's, I grab her, I don't feel bone, I feel meat. It looks like now she's just laid down and went to sleep. There's the Tracy I remember, We weighed her this week, and she is 112, which is about 10 pounds more than her normal. But I'm willing to go with that, because, a little more weight while you're healing is no big deal. You know what I'm saying? She's usually between 99 and 101, but you don't need to be that bird-like and skinny when you're healing. Put on the calories, So we now found the way to feed her and keep her at 112. When she was 120, I was restricting her 4th meal a couple nights a week. Well, we got it figured out now to where, so many nights a week, there's no 4th meal. So many now, 3 nights a week, there's a 4th meal. And she's staying level at 112. So we're good with that. Now we're just waiting on the doctor, because I called him and told him we have come up with a solution, and boom, he needs to make the orders for our nurses so that the nurses can feed the same way. So we've got like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, she eats a 4th meal instead of, skipping it, or only 3 meals for the day. So right now we've got it figured out to where it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, she gets a 4th meal, and then we don't give her a 4th meal the other days. We just give her water so that she stays hydrated and stuff. And she's staying level at that weight, which is good. We want stability, So she's doing good. And man, when I wake her up in the morning, it's my happiest time with her. She looks right at me. She's so attentive. She's like listening to me, and I talk to her and tell her everything about the day. I mean, I love my mornings with her. It's like she's there, I love that. So starting to get a little teary. I gotta stop.
So for those of you that
Go ahead.
are partaking, drinking water, you can do a show. We're going to do a show this weekend.
Right.
You're on a live show. There we go. All right.
We're gonna have fun at the show. Brett Raymond's gonna be there. Jason from Sitchy's gonna be there. He's the old Fritz guy, We're gonna have Jason from Primetime and John from KG. DIY Joey is not going to be there. He said he's not doing shows no more. He's going to concentrate on other things. I'm like, bud, we're going to miss you. Who else is going to be there? Brett Raymer's going to be there. Our mods, Brittany and AZ is coming up. And
the show is cool and all, but you know what? I'm kind of more looking forward to hanging out with those guys in the actual show.
Yeah. Well, the shows are now getting repetitive, and then you got to deal with the drama from the shows that we didn't have to before. We were just happy to be there.
Hey, here's an idea. Screw the fish show. Just put everyone in a warehouse.
He did not just say that. He did not just say that.
Upon an entry, have a drink with Bigrich. Have a drink with your favorite YouTuber. Come in.
Wait a minute.
Have a drink.
1,200 people attending. I got to have 1,200 drinks. Oh my goodness. Come see Bigrich South laying on the floor.
I didn't even pay to see that one.
Wow.
Rich, are you down there?
Rich, there's more people. I'm trying.
They said you had some more drinks up here on the table there.
Wow, Josh, that would be rough.
No, I was saying, turn it into a happy hour. There's where you actually get to know people. You're sitting around having conversation, drinks, food, whatever it might be, as opposed to sitting behind a damn table like a mannequin.
Family friendly.
Said damn.
I know, family friendly.
It's all right. It's in the Bible.
No,
we're okay.
you and Reaper both are trying to get these little cuss words in, and I'm not having it.
I'm good. I'm fine with my mouth around my daughter. Other people, not so much.
Right. I'm just saying. All right, guys.
We're
going to have a good time at the show this weekend. If you guys can make it to Aqua Shella, come on out there. I'll sign whatever. I have, signature cards, but I mean, if you want a hat sign, a sneaker sign, whatever. I'm just saying, I'll sign whatever. You caught that, right? Okay. We'll have a good time.
Asa Hogrove, $10 says, love you guys, praying for Tracy. Also, who is Hoover to you? Are you family or just good friends? Names pronounced Asa. I am sorry.
Okay. Hoover I met probably 20 years ago in my neighborhood.
Been 30 years.
30? Okay. In my neighborhood, he always come by and helped out, and I was the guy in the neighborhood that had the hot rods and the tools in the garage, and all the hot rod guys would hang out at his house, and we'd all fix cars and stuff. And the kids would all come by, and I'd fix this kid's bike or this kid's go-kart or this kid's chain, whatever. And Hoover was always around. I was, and he'd help. He'd always be helpful. So he's like my little brother. He's like my little fat brother. I'm sorry. Come on, fat man. So no, he's always been around and helpful. So, he was living down in what was that, Tennessee?
I was in Tennessee, for like 7 years.
So he came up here, and I was like, you got a home here with me no matter what, whenever, however, and come on up. And he did. And, he helps out. He does stuff way above what I ask, I ask, let's get this done. Let's get that done. Let's get this stuff done. And then, I'll be like, we're done for the evening. I got to watch Tracy, and he'll go in there and load the dishwasher or something, or he'll take the garbage out. And it's all on his own. I didn't ask him to do it. I mean, he's very helpful. So I have no problem giving him a place to stay. It's costing me nothing extra. $6 in electricity extra, maybe $20 in water for showers. I mean, it's nothing, it's great. So I've been talking about buying him a trailer forever and parking it in the back parking lot here, the back grass, and giving him his own place, run extension cord to it. He's got his own home. And
you ever get pissed off at your Hoover? You unplug the extension cord.
Oh yeah.
You don't know what I already know that. That's why I would buy one of those little generators or something.
You can't say that. I would never do that.
He'd be mad and it's on.
Don't listen to these guys.
And I'd wave out the window. Hey, Rich, I'm still out here.
All rigged up with an automatic transfer switch.
Lori Kish says Rich didn't share his kebabs. Yeah, of course I did. I made what 3, 6, 9.
There's 12 of them.
There's 12.
Yeah,
I shared them all.
I only ate 3, and Rich and Mike ate the rest of them.
Well, there's 3 from Hoover, 4 from Mike, and that leaves 7. Oh no, I did not. I ate 4 total. I had 3.
I ate 3.
I had the same 3 that I gave you.
The first round I had 2.
I gave you 3. I gave Mike 3. I gave me 3.
And then the second round I had 1, and then you said something about the pepperoni, and I said,
well, then Mike was in the kitchen eating because I only had the 4.
I know he said something about he would kill for the shish kebabs, that he really enjoyed them. So
they were really good.
I don't know who ate what. I just know I ate 3 of them, and the rest was gone.
See, these are fat man
It was
arguments.
between you
You
and
had
him.
more than your
I don't know.
share.
It was between you and him. I know I didn't eat a whole lot of them because
Wow.
I ate some sweets that night.
Hey, Mike, you want to weigh in on this one?
I just got off. You guys,
Come on in. There's a chair in here.
go ahead and hash it out. I gotta let my feet rest. I thought that was.
Oh no, we're blaming you for all the extra shit you come out.
Oh, well, I guess I gotta come defend myself.
You gotta come defend yourself.
Come on down.
All right, I'm on my way. Like the price is right.
He just got off
You
work,
gotta
guys.
walk around.
You gotta walk around the other way.
What other way?
Around by
Around Tracy.
There you go. This side is just pinned up, so you can't.
There you go. I'm moving over this way to Mike.
Oh man. You gotta put Mike next to me now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, each 17.
We
shish
said
kebabs.
since he was your friend, and you guys was
That's
real
your brother.
cool, and you guys work out together, we're putting your brother with you.
All right. What's going on in here?
What's up with the coat? Nice coat.
It's cold outside.
I've been working out there all day until my feet were numb,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like I was walking on nubs. I had Lou from the OCA come here today with their speaker for tonight's show, and
What do you have to say?
well, we showed the speaker around, and he had a great time here, and he loved all the tanks and all that kind of stuff, and they went back to go do their show tonight, and they had a good time. They had a good time here. Anytime they get a speaker in from like Germany or Canada or whatever, they always bring them here and let them see the fish room and stuff.
Right.
So it's a good thing.
So now getting back to the shish kebabs. How many shish kebabs did you have last?
Probably 3.
Nope, you had 5.
Oh, well, it was only 7, so I
There was 12 altogether.
He says
I took
12.
12
I ate 4.
I know how
He
many
says
I
he ate
cooked.
3.
because there was 6 on the first batch, 6 on the second batch.
That left
when I
5 for
made
you,
them.
son.
I brought
You're
them
out
in
on Front
here.
Street.
I took 2. I took 2 the first round,
This
and then the
math ain't
second
adding
round
up.
1.
If you had 3
So-
and you had 3,
No, I had 4.
okay,
So
3
that's
and
7.
4, that's 7.
That's 5 left.
Okay,
He ate.
he's 5. There you
Yeah.
go.
We
What's
got
the
you.
problem?
He goes,
We're
what's
just
the
trying- we're just
problem?
trying to figure out who had
He's
more
trying to
than
tell
who.
me I ate all his stuff.
Why?
Because I was thinking that it might have been
Because
Rich.
he's a fat
I was
man
thinking
and
it
he's
might
trying
have
to
been
blame
Rich
me.
and
No, I had 3
and
like
Rich-
everybody else.
Rich
But
put
remember,
it
at the end
on
of the night, there was 1 left, and I ate that
Yeah, I'm not. I know I didn't eat no 5 shish kebabs.
one. He ate 7 shish kebabs.
Well, how many y'all say, but I don't see why y'all argue.
Well, was they good though? Was they good?
That's all that really matters.
Was they good?
Yeah. That's all that really matters. I know I didn't eat 5 shish kebabs. I weigh less than
7.
both of y'all. So y'all
I don't know, but you
But
might be
you
gaining
eat more
more
than
than
both
us.
of us. Trust us.
I don't know.
We see you
I'm in
eat.
shape.
How many cookies did you eat last night of the cookies you brought home from the show?
Hey,
I don't
let's,
There was 30 in there. You
let's
ate
not
20
talk about
of
them
them.
cookies, because I ate every single damn one that I brought home.
Did you? You ate them all? You didn't get Brittany none? Mike got a job at Crumble Cookie,
Yeah.
and they had a delivery that wouldn't go through, and he brought home like 30 cookies, and they were so good. Like what was the caramel apple, pumpkin pie cookie, milk chocolate, some other things. Josh took home 6 in 2 packages, so 12.
No, I took home 8. Ate them all.
You ate them all.
All right, we got Anthony Norris, $5. He says, wish I could go to a show. I really enjoy shows, but Fishy Fridays are definitely my favorite shows.
Oh, thank
Have
you.
fun this weekend
you.
at the show.
Thank you.
Guys, ask your questions so we can
just
answer your
said show
questions
4
too.
times, so
Oh, show 4 times. You better drink up. Mike, where's your drink?
I didn't get a chance to make one. You guys called me in here about a shish kebab, so I had to come and talk to y'all about that.
Here, take my spare. You can make me one later. Here you go.
The Fahaka guy, $10. He says, hey, hope all is well. Question, long term, do you see all 4 arapaima in the pool pond? Do you ever see yourself opening your own public aquarium?
Now, we've talked about this extensively. Strongsville doesn't have a public aquarium. The closest public aquarium we have here is downtown Cleveland, and it's not that great. It's horrible. Everybody comes here and says, you guys are better than the public aquarium. We just spent $30 to go see. So the only thing they have that I don't have is a walk under tunnel. I do not have that. But if we was to buy property here in Strongsville and in a commercial zoned area and open our own public prop, say $25 per person, and kids are either free or like $7, $8 or something. I mean, you would make enough to cost. So you got to cover the cost of the building, the cost of rent and all that kind of stuff, because you can't. Who's got money to buy a $1 million building? You know what I'm saying? You'd have to pay for the rent and all that. But I thought, is that going to be hard to do? I talked to my buddy Cliff, who opened up a Electric City Aquarium in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, you know what? I used my own money for that because I thought he got a government grant. He didn't. He used his own money for that, took out a loan against his house, and he opened it up. And now, not only is that paid for, he's opening another one in Florida.
Right.
So he's making enough to cover the bills and pay himself back and open a new one. So, I mean, if it's that kind of money, we can do this toward, the biggest problem our people have is there's, hardly no tours, If we were open from 8 till 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night every day, tours all day, they can come anytime they want,
Right.
I think it would be a step in the right direction, but we just can't do it here because we're not zoned commercial. The moment we do anything to where we make money other than yard sales, the city will put a cease and desist order on me. We're residential. And our neighbors have complained too much. Did I tell you what the inspector said when he came out here?
Maybe. I don't know.
He said, I have gotten so many calls about you people, and I keep telling them it's his hobby. Leave the man alone. So all of our neighbors must be complaining,
Well, you got an 80-year-old on his deathbed over there. Of course, he ain't.
You got this lady and her husband over here that calls on us all the time. And now I got to give them credit where credit's due. They haven't called in the last, I'd say 9 months. They haven't called at all. They're still jerks, and I won't talk to them.
That you know of. I'm saying
The last time I talked to them, or the last time I treated them with respect. The husband said something to me, and I'm like, look, if your wife didn't call the cops on me so much, we could have got along. And he's like, my wife never called the cops on you. But then I go and get the permit for the fish room addition. Him and his wife show up, and not only are they trying to not let me have the permit to build the fish room addition, which the councilman had to say, man, he's allowed to build onto his house. You can't stop that. We're here because he wants to add an extra 3 foot towards your property that isn't supposed to. You got to have 10 foot from the property line. She's like, well, then I'll stop that. And she stopped that. But she tried, saying, oh, he's got fish over there, and I know he's, running a business and a forklift and blah, blah, blah. And, she tried, shutting down the whole Ohio fish rescue. I was right here behind her like, you were pretending to be nice to me. You were my neighbor, and this is how you're going to act. And then her husband got up there and said the same thing and agreed with his wife. So that's why I didn't talk to him no more. And then they came out, and the last straw for me was when he came out and yelled at you. You don't come out and yell at my children. I will mess you up. You know what I'm saying? Now, Josh is a man. He can handle himself, and he walked away from him. But the dude came onto our property and screamed and yelled at Josh, and Josh walked away and came in and told me. I went back out there because I would have went to jail that day. I went back out there to confront him, and he was already in his house, And I've never talked to him since. So, it's just neighbors. The problem is, I came from my last house where everybody in the neighborhood, I ran that neighborhood. I helped out so many people in that neighborhood. I mowed like 6 properties in that neighborhood. I had a 20 by 20 front yard, and I had a 4-wheeler with a plow on it. So comes wintertime, I'd plow my driveway. I'd plow my neighbor's driveway. Everybody was thankful. Everybody was like, oh, we love you, Rich. 6 houses around me. The people across the street, I'm plowing their driveways just because it was fun. I mean, I had a cab over my 4-wheeler with a radio in there. I'm having fun. And I'm helping out the neighbors. And all those neighbors stuck together. That's the way it should be. I moved from that to out here to where they're like, oh, my God, he's got long hair. He must be a drug dealer. It was crazy. So I wish I'd never moved here. The neighbors around here absolutely suck.
Brittany Ziblis, $10 says, how did the paint job turn out? Who Casso? Talking about the truck you went painted.
He never.
I never got to paint it because it was too
He
windy
couldn't
out.
afford the
It
paint.
was too windy out, so I ended up going over my stepsister's house and I painted her dressing room for her.
And she cooked a big old meal.
And she cooked some bunch of lobsters and stuff for us. Shrimp and some
And
other
he
stuff.
played with his food first.
I seen.
Hoover was playing with his food before he ate it.
Dave Pfeiffer, however you want to say that, $10, and he didn't say anything.
Oh, well,
Thanks,
thank
Dave.
you. I appreciate that.
I always try and look, if someone sends in a super chat, they might post a comment below, not knowing that it goes in the same line when you press it.
Right.
So if I see a comment below, I always try and read it. But I
Well,
don't
thank
see
you for that.
nothing from them. Got it. Deadwood 1877 sent in a super potato.
Super potato?
Yeah, for $10. Sent it in the little emoji. Flying potato with
A
cake.
flying potato?
Yeah.
He must be referring to, thank you for the $10 and thank you for recognizing our special little buddy.
See what A to Z Fish Room said? Movie's Lobster Day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Someone's asking how long we had the lava rock in the 4400.
Ooh, what,
So
the first 4 years we were
it's
here?
kind of a open-ended question. We had the lava rock. We hated it. We took it all
Did
out.
not like it. It scratched
Then-
up a bunch of fish.
Then
and
we
it didn't
put
work
some
as
back
well.
in.
Well, no. We left the big pieces because, for one, they were too heavy to lift out. You needed a couple people in there. You were in there by yourself. Two, it held down the branches that we made out of the PVC and that we got from the zoo. And we're okay with that. So we left some lava rock in there holding these decorations, one in each corner and one in the middle. There's just some lava rock around the middle. It's not that we wanted it in there. We tried the lava rock in our experience, and it did not filter as well as BioBalls. So we used the trickle BioBall system, and it holds so much more, bacteria than the BioBalls do, or I'm sorry, than the lava rock does. So we now run mostly, BioBalls. What? Oh, you're reading.
Someone asked what Hoover's favorite hoagie is, and Brittany came in, said, AJ, he'd probably create his own Little Debbie hoagie.
If you let this
Oh,
man
that's
alone,
funny, that-
he's going to have.
I like the Italian hoagies. That's what I really like, though.
No. You let this man alone in the ice cream store, he's going to have fudge rounds. He's going to have ice cream. He's going to have another fudge round. And on top of that, he's going to have like a Little Debbie, like pumpkin pie top and a pumpkin pie bottom. And he's going to dip it into like chocolate, He's something else. Okay.
Someone's asking, praying about the parrot cichlid baby. So let me tell you, we went out there and they hatched, and they were little wigglers on the bottom of the tank.
I was so happy.
Came
We
up-
got true parrots, and they were great. Where they're having babies, they turned to wigglers, and
Next morning we came out and ate them all.
they ate all their own babies. So next time they do this, we're going to separate the parents. Once we see wrigglers, that's it. Parents are on that side.
Yeah, it was like a fine line, because half of them were hatched, some of them weren't. You're supposed to leave the parents in there to fan them. And,
Well, if you have the
sometimes
bubble
might
wall
get
on the back
lucky.
wall, it'll just keep on circulating.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Sometimes you might get lucky, and the parents are great parents, and you can have the babies actually grow up with them. Just like angelfish and discus. Sometimes they'll hatch and they'll grow them out. Sometimes they'll hatch and they'll eat them. Honestly, so it all depends. But we at least have the breeding pair. now I'm gonna end up doing something else with them. Now that there's no babies involved, that's the reason I kept them in the quarantine tank. And now they've got all their color back, and they look great. So we'll end up doing something with them.
I don't have Roger's number in here.
Yeah, I tried texting Roger, and he's not answering.
Roger, if you don't show up today, it's the last time you're on the show, brother.
Coffee guy says poor Mike looks tired. Tired, Mike?
You got to understand, Mike works. What are you? 29, 33? What are you?
Undisclosed age.
Around? You're Josh's bigger brother, but you're Richie's little brother.
Yeah, something.
So you're
like
between 33 and 26.
that. I'm actually 57.
All right, so he's 29 or 31. Okay, the point is, he goes to work at Crumble Cookie, and there's like,
Keep telling them where I work.
that's right, he works at Crumble Cookie, and there's like,
Right here in Strongsville.
yeah, 70% are girls around 17, 18 years old. And then there's, an old lady that he likes. And then there's,
A young lady.
right. But
He's still trying to figure it out.
the thing is
Well,
What are you getting at here?
I'm getting at the fact that he's too old for the girls that he's hanging with. That he said so. He told me that. I got to find another job because these girls are too young here and they're going to get me in trouble. That's what he said. So.
And that didn't need to be said, but moving on.
I'm trying to find Roger. You interrupted me.
Don't think so. Don't think that's how it works.
Roger.
I was just working how I was supposed to work, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Aren't you Muscle Mike?
Definitely am.
How many cookies you eat yesterday, Muscle
I'm
Mike?
not pervert, Mike, though.
I know that, but how many cookies you eat yesterday, Mike?
As many as I wanted. I brought them here.
Right. Oh my God, there was at least 20 cookies you ate. Talking about I shouldn't eat no more.
That was the day before yesterday.
I'm just saying.
14.
You can't keep that body and eat these cookies like this. That's a bad job for you, Mike. You got to quit Crumble Cookie.
I beg to
I'm
differ.
probably fired.
No, Josh is like, no, I beg to differ. Why would you be fired? You're a hard worker. All right, I'm still looking for Roger.
Little do we know, his boss is watching this stream right now.
Right. Okay. I'm calling him right now.
He's gonna answer.
All right, we'll go on with the show.
We are getting there. Oh man. Yeah. So you're no longer known as Muscle Mike. You're Cookie Mike now.
Cookie Mike.
Cookie Mike.
Fired Mike, pervert Mike, child molester Mike.
You know, the look on Mike's face is priceless. I missed one from Lori Kish, $5. She says, hit that like button, y'all. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, I don't think Roger's answering, bud.
Yeah, he's not answering.
Oh, so I talked to Victor the other day. You know, the one
From Florida?
From Florida.
Yeah.
He said the eye of the storm was about 20 minutes away from his house.
Really? Did it do any damage?
He said he's got a long time for, we're bringing back, all of his buildings and whatnot. It ripped a bunch of stuff off. There's nothing too serious going on. He was running 5 different generators to limp all the pumps and everything that he needs.
Okay.
But he said he's wasting about 55 gallons of gas a day. That's running the
Really?
jet generators. When I talked to him, he was on day 4. So that was going to prompt me into doing a video on, you know, what to do in case of power
Right,
outage. At least
right.
down there, he doesn't have to worry about
Well,
heat.
Victor, you guys know from what's it called? Public Aquarium and Fish Rescue.
Fish Story.
Fish Story Rescue and Public Aquarium. That's what it is.
Public Aquarium and Rescue.
And you know, Victor's a great guy, very knowledgeable, and he's got a YouTube channel, so look him up. And he's down in Florida. Oh, he's a friend of ours. He calls himself the OFR Rescue Junior.
Well, he calls himself the little sister of OFR. So all
Right.
this time, we've always heard about Victor. We loved him on Monster Fish Keepers.
We've been there like what 3 times now.
Yeah, but then, you know, talking to him later on down the line, he said his inspiration for starting and doing what he did was Ohio Fish Rescue.
It blew our mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this guy knows what he's doing. This is what we should be doing. You know, this is how OFR should, you know, progress.
Right.
And here he's like, I started because of you guys.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. Blew my mind. Victor's a heck of a nice guy. Such a sweetheart of a guy. And so full of knowledge.
Logan Downey says, "What's your favorite Norse god?"
Thor.
Okay.
I love Thor.
Mine would have to be Heimdall, the gatekeeper. You know.
He's a badass in his own sense. You know what I'm saying? Thor, though, and when I was growing up, I had comic books. You guys all now got Marvel and DC, you know, and videos and all that. Before comic books was Thor. He was always built, badass, had the long hair and the hat with the points on it. I was like, and the hammer. I was like, oh, I'm Thor. I want to grow up and be like Thor. You know, I was a kid. I loved Thor. Thor was badass. And, you know, I liked all the Thor movies up until the last one, where it made him out to be.
Last one blew. It sucked.
Yeah, it made him out to be like not very, you know. I like Thor because he's badass. You know, you can't beat Thor. And then this last one made him out to be like a wuss, sort of.
I was so excited to watch that movie. I was, you know, talking all about it, and then I watched it. I'm like, is it gonna get good? And then it ends. I said, what the hell is that? Like, it had to be ever since Disney took over Marvel. Like, that was a Disney movie. That was not a Marvel
Right.
movie. It sucked.
Ethan Rock 101 says, "Hey Mike, my son loves that jacket. Where can I get one?" At Poses R Us. That's where they sell it.
Ethan Rock, tell your son I said thank you, but this jacket is discontinued. I've had it for a while and I love it.
Where'd you get it from?
I'll sell it to you for $20.
Yeah.
That's your brother right there. Right there.
It's been 5 years since I had this thing. I can't remember. But I kept it like this.
Look at that one right there.
What?
Mike is pissed. LOL.
That was my money here, man.
Oh my goodness. Poor Mikey. Don't go to sleep. Your coat will get
So
sold.
deep, you're accurate on that.
You know, this comment's just for you Mikes from Rach. Just Rach says, jailbait and cougars, the OFR dating game.
More like cougars. I'm good on the jailbait. Don't let Rich, you know, discourage you guys.
I'm telling you,
Come on, man.
you know, he works with a bunch of young girls, and he said he can't work there no more. And you said you may have gotten fired today. What happened?
He was joking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it ain't gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon. I'll get a text talking about that.
No, I know you got the Amazon job coming up in like 3 days.
Yeah, I don't
So
matter.
they don't know that
They
you're
know
going to
now.
quit.
They know now.
Oh, they know now.
He just told you earlier his boss is watching this.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Amazon's not hiring him.
It's okay. You gonna pay what they pay me a year.
Oh, yeah. If they're willing to pay you what Amazon's paying you, you'll stay.
He's saying he's going to stay with you if you pay him what they pay him.
Oh, no. I ain't paying him shit.
Oh, man. Square jar.
And you say I need to keep it family friendly.
One little itty bitty poopy word.
Logan Downey, $2 says, "Is there such thing as a Valhalla fish?" I don't
No.
think that there is. But
John,
if
okay.
there were fish in Valhalla, there would be lots of teeth.
Came here to talk
Right.
about shish kebabs and got fired. No more
Sean
cookies for me.
Keller says, "Take the shades off, Rich. You're inside." Listen, what you don't understand, and you know, you can be funny all you want.
Yeah.
What you don't understand is, in my day, I fought a lot. I was a bouncer for 18 years. I fought, and I fought. Okay, in one situation, my little Tracy, her girlfriend, came over with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend ended up whooping her ass outside. Had her up against the side of my house by his hand. And Tracy's like, "Get him, Rich." So I went out there, and he was big, he was badass, he was built, you know. And
Family friendly.
I'm sorry. So I grab him up in the sleeper hold, and I'm putting him to sleep. Well, his three brothers had showed up to pick him up. So as he falls over and we hit the ground, he's almost asleep, you know. His brother comes running up to me and says, "Get off him," and kicks me in the face. Well, it took this eye right here and turned it so hard that it ripped the optic nerve off the back of the eye, like turned it sideways, and it was only 10% on there. I can't see out of this eye, okay? During the daytime, I can see a little bit, so my eyes stay tracking, okay? At nighttime, like if I was to watch this here with you without my glasses, I might have my eye drift off to Saturn. And no one likes that. Do you get that? Do you understand that? So I do this as a favor to people where they don't have to deal with that. Now, you can say, take the glasses off all you want, Rich, but you might feel stupid when you find out the answer.
The simpler, more easy answer is, "Hey everyone, I have a lazy eye that wanders a bit."
I don't have a lazy eye. I have blindness from a actual injury. And, you know, this is why I tried telling you guys not to ever fight. Don't fight. I fought all my life, you know. I've had all these.
I got another answer for him. It's his house, his glasses, his live stream. You don't want to see him with glasses on, don't watch, Sean. It's that simple.
Oh, my goodness, stop. Okay, so let's move on.
On to the next one.
She says, Bigrich can't even afford the cookies to feed Mike. Wow, thank you for that. That's awesome of you.
Down to you too, huh? Where you stay at? Huh? Japan?
Oh, you stop.
Let's have a little talk.
I will say the cookies are rather expensive.
Yeah, well, you guys not
They are.
getting
They're like
no
$2.50 a piece or something.
He
I'll
said,
never have
he
another.
said
I'll never have
after
another
tonight-
box again in my life. No. They calling me Cookie Mikester now.
You're Cookie Mike now. You're not Muscle Mike. You're
Oh,
Cookie
man,
Mike.
I'm getting out of here. Going to drive off a bridge as soon as I leave.
He's gonna have that our Cat Gully skit. "I need a cookie" blasting the whole
Where's
time.
How
that
funny is that?
Where's
He's
that?
I'm leaving here now. I'm going to go
Hey.
drive off a
Hey,
bridge.
Mike, I bet you that's that one guy that was hitting on you last time.
Oh, my goodness.
No,
All right, let's see some more questions. Let's get some fishy questions out there, guys. We can help out anything we can help with.
Screw the fishy questions. We're talking about cookies, damn it.
Not the cookies. I'm glad you guys are talking about cookies and not little Debbie's hell.
Michael Newton says, what did you work as, Rich, before you set up the rescue?"
I had my own carpet installation business, and I took my kids with me to all the jobs. Like, they'd come home from school, and then, you know, we did the family thing, and then they'd fall asleep 9 o'clock. 11 o'clock, I'd take them to work with me. And, you know, they'd sleep, and, you know, they'd be up there until 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm done installing the carpet, and, you know, we'd go home. That was the way it was because of our situation.
Somebody said that the brownies are better, right? A couple people said, no, people like cookies better.
And before I had my own carpet installation business, I used to be a painter for Earl Scheib. I left them, and after 3 years, I went to Mako and painted for them for about a year and a half. And then what other work did I do, Josh? I was a bouncer the whole time. 18 years I was a bouncer. I always worked nights doing that, and while the kids slept, I'd go bouncing. And let me see, what else did I do? I worked at car auto body shops and auto mechanic shops because that's what I went to school for. And in 10th grade, I went to school until 11 a.m. And then from 11 until 3, I was at Cuyahoga Valley Joint Vocational School for auto mechanics, and I started building cars and stuff,
Oh, I see. It's coming up anyway. Like the next one right on there.
Wait a minute. Bruce 614 Kick says, all this tension going to lead to the first OFR wrestling tournament. I feel like I'm going to jump on you guys.
Please. I might die.
You guys might want to hide
No,
kids for
you'll
this.
just get my face over there. These guys will get my belly and body. They're going to die. I'm like Andre the Giant dropping on you guys.
Jackie Hudson, $10 says, "Hey Rich, besides, when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. Rock those shades, they look good."
Thank you. Like I said, I do it for a favor for you guys so that you don't have to see that, So, have you ever looked at somebody and their eyes staring off and you're like, look at me? I don't want to be that guy,
So someone's asking about the Arapaima again. So we won't keep all 4. We'll probably keep at max 3, but we've got 4 now. We're picking up a 5th one. I've got a 6th one on the
Six
line.
what?
Arapaima.
Really? We're picking up one this weekend. You've got another one to pick up?
40-inch.
Where at?
10 minutes down the road.
From here?
Mhm.
Wow. We're going to have 6 Arapaimas?
That one though is coming in on a deal of mine.
Okay.
I'm working out a deal to get a fish that we want, and then
I know who you're talking
to
about.
go with that.
Yes.
The Arapaima is going to
And
go to
VATF.
Brian Barczyk if we'll keep it here until he can take it at his aquarium.
Okay. Now, we got to realize, last time I gave Brian Barczyk fish, he put it in with a alligator snapping turtle that he swore didn't eat fish and only ate his food.
Yeah.
And it took care of one of our fish that we gave him. So I can't give him more fish unless it's guaranteed safety in a situation that he can handle.
He told me his aquarium won't be open for another 4 to 5 months. So
Yeah, he is opening a whole nother. He bought the building across the street from him. He's opening up a public aquarium, and there's big things going on there. I wouldn't have no problem giving him an Arapaima.
you have to drive him a bunch of stuff.
That's okay. We have a bunch of stuff. Rach says, "Oh, Rich, you're a good dude. No women beating. Of course not. What a donkey hole. Thanks from a DV survivor, domestic violence, I guess. Okay. Leave. It's not worth it." Well, Tracy's girlfriend had her boyfriend over, and, he snatched her up and put her against the wall.
Yeah,
and Tracy's like, "Get him."
I was trying to say.
And I messed his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we heard this story
So,
tonight.
that's what she's referring
Keep it
to.
on the fit fishy side. Michael Newton says, "Do you think Brutus will reach the 8-foot, 9-foot mark in the pool? If he reaches 8 foot, I will be surprised because the largest one in captivity right now, and I mean the largest one in captivity in the United States, is at the Omaha Zoo, and they are just pushing 8 foot.
You are so wrong.
No.
There's 10-footers at the Shed Aquarium right now. 2 of them in the same tank. I saw them like last year. They were 9.5 feet. They got to be 10 feet by now. They were huge. They were like this tall, and you could see them from the side. They were huge next to the anaconda tank. They are
where they
huge.
are. But whatever. 8 foot, I would be surprised.
Ours will get at least 10 foot. Trust me.
Hard to find that one in the wild. Where we at? Why don't we? Oh, nope, not reading that one. Sorry, guys. Will the paddlefish have to be moved for the winter, or are they fine? The paddlefish are fine. They will go into a state of like dormancy. They won't completely go dormant. They'll still stay moving and whatnot, but their bodies will, shut down for a small period of time, and they'll survive throughout the
Did
winter.
you talk to him that we got him from? Does he still feed him in the winter?
No, the water freezes over. You can't feed them.
So he don't worry about feeding them.
No.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Paddlefish are native to the waters up here. They come from here.
Yes.
So, if the water freezes over up here, what do they eat? Either one of two things happen. They are a cold water predator, and they hunt for their food under the ice, like muskie and whatnot, or they go dormant and they wait for the spring. As far as paddlefish go, they'll be fine. We will see them in the springtime.
AJ says, of our crew, what are you guys' favorite things to do as recreational? When we do, and it's very rare that we do, when we do get spare time, and the 7 planets have to align. I mean, it's got to be perfect to have a nurse here as spare time, and I don't have a job to do or something like that. And Josh is here and he's off from work. At that time, we like to go 4-wheeling. I gave him my 2007 Grizzly 700, and I bought a brand new 2020 Can-Am 1000. He had to fix the 700 because we jumped it and it fried a bunch of different spots in there. So it cost him almost close to $3,000 to fix it. And he got it all fixed, and now his 4-wheeler's running, my 4-wheeler's running. We love to go 4-wheeling with my dad and my cousins or whatever down south. We don't get to do it. Lately it's been once a year. Before we used to go 4-wheeling all the time. I graduated. I used to have a CR 500. Before that was a CR 250. I had all 3 of my boys CR 250s. Dirt bikes. We had a great time. But now with the rescue and everybody's getting older, it's been far and few between. So once I got rid of the dirt bikes and got 4-wheelers, we've gone a few times. I broke my hip when we went down to Wellsville.
Yeah.
And after that, it's been nothing but the rescue nonstop. I've healed up from that, and we go maybe once a year. I would love to have more time to spend with my boys. We just don't. They each have their own lives. Plus, I'm super busy. So that's if we could recreational time, that's what we'd do.
Tracy Carter, question on the Bellagio tank behind you with all the cichlids. Do you increase the pH at all, or do you keep them in a pH that comes straight from your tap? What's your pH?
My theory on this is, please don't chase your pH. If you change your pH, your water comes in at 7, and you want it to be 8 for your cichlids, and you're constantly putting in this pH buffer and all this kind of stuff, that's called chasing your pH. You got to do water changes. Now you got to have your water changes up to that same pH. It's a pain in the butt. It's easier and better to let them live in the water that you have coming out of the ground, out of the faucet, whatever, and let them acclimate to your pH than it is for you chasing their pH to have their ultimate prime numbers. You can live in the city, you can live in the country, you can live in a bar that is completely smoke-filled. You're not going to die. You may not have the life expectancy that you normally would have if you were living in the country. This is what I'm talking about, pH. Their optimal prime, thing is the correct pH. But if you have lower pH, acclimate them to your pH and then let them live out their life in that pH. You're not chasing the pH every month, and oh my God, it's such a problem. And then if the pH changes because you did a water change from here to there, it really messes up the fish. You know, they can acclimate to a pH and be fine with that pH the rest of their life. They might not live, 8 years. They might live 7 years, but they're acclimated to that, and it's fine. If you chase the pH and you make it their perfect pH, any time that it's out is detrimental to the fish, and you can lose fish from the pH being out of phase. So, like if it goes from 8 to 7 because you did a water change, you're putting them fish in more stress than you needed to, because if you let them acclimate to 7 and kept it at 7, steadiness is what you need. Consistency, that's what you need. Not their perfect alkalinity. You know what I'm saying?
pH.
Well, that's what pH is. But don't chase their pH levels. Don't. Keep it at your water levels, and you'll be better off. You'll be way better off.
All right, Logan asked again, what was your inspiration for the Mermaid video? I loved it. Favorite one yet. Keep it up, guys.
Is that the Mermaid video for us in the Mermaid, or the Mermaid with the girls?
The inspiration behind the Mermaid video was everyone on this live stream that
Strictly money.
that you're talking to right now somehow talked us into dressing up in mermaid costumes.
It started out as
they all put in money towards a pot to
Bigrich, you should be a mermaid, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh no. And then after a while, it got to be, if I paid $1,000, would you be a mermaid? And I'm like, well, for that kind of money, of course I would. And then everybody jumped in and started piling on money, and so now I'm committed. I said that, so yes, we raised over $1,000. I got to be in. And then one of our greatest donators donated, I think it was $3,000, wasn't it? Said, I want you to be in the mermaid outfit, also Josh and Reaper. And I put that in the account, and I can't spend that until I can make her dreams come true. Because it was horrible. But now I got to talk Reaper into it. Now I got to talk Josh into it, and I did. And finally, we were able to catch that check and use it for the rescue. It's still in our account right now. We haven't used it at all because they agreed finally. This is helping out the rescue. All you got to do is get in a mermaid outfit. Do it. No. Do it. No.
Everyone, I'm gonna need a job after this, so if you want to see me in a mermaid outfit, $1,000 if you got it.
Oh my goodness, Mike. Brittany Zibble says $10. Says, who is the official Shmee Hamburglar of the OFR? Did you see McDonald's came out with an adult Happy Meal?
It's worse than that.
There's an adult Happy Meal?
Yeah, you better go check it
You
out.
don't know about it?
You better go check it out. It's at McDonald's.
You didn't like the way he said it. He said it's at McDonald's.
It's at McDonald's. Gotta check it out. Get the big fish sandwich.
Brittany, we're going to be able to hang out with you soon. I am so looking forward to this. Brittany and her husband, we're going to be up in Chicago. They're going to meet us there. It's going to be a good
You
time.
didn't hear me. You get the big fish sandwich, not the little.
I'm like thick fish.
Someone is asking if we ever had a Wells catfish at the rescue. Before
Yes, of
they
course.
were illegal, we did have a
Big.
albino Wells catfish.
Mm-hmm. It was
Same
huge.
person asked, what's the worst injury you took from any fish at the rescue? The worst injury was an alligator gar biting my foot. That was it.
Well, I won't get in there.
Did you see that?
Yeah. What's wrong for that?
I'm talking about right there.
Oh, yeah, I see them all.
I
Sebastian wants to give me.
I would say the worst injury we've ever occurred has to be Josh's foot.
That's what I said.
Well, I'm agreeing because
But that was before you guys had the rescue. I think the worstest one at the actual rescue would be Reaper getting stung by that sting.
no.
There was something worse over here than that?
Yes.
What?
Me and Josh are carrying this 200-pound, well, it's 400-pound, 200 pounds on each side, filter. And Josh, he gets a leg over and another leg over, and he gets into the pond, the indoor pool with the Koi.
No.
I'm sorry, the what do you call them? The pancakes. Come on, Josh, help me out here. The stingrays. So, anyways, he gets into the pool with the stingrays, and I'm walking up to it, and I'm getting ready to walk over the edge and get in with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I start walking over, and he starts doing this, and I'm like, Josh, what are you doing? Stop messing around, boy. This is heavy. He goes, Dad, a fish has got my foot. I'm like, bullshit. Don't tell me that, son. There's no way a fish has your foot. He's like, Dad, a fish has my foot. He's not screaming. He's not whining. He's not nothing. He's like, Dad, a fish has got my foot. I'm like, stop playing around, boy. I'm pushing him. I'm like, let's walk backwards. This filter's heavy.
Meanwhile, his ankle was getting gnawed off.
Meanwhile, I look over, and there is an alligator gar, a 4-foot alligator gar, and here's his foot. Here's his ankle going up right here, right? This alligator gar had come up from the side and bit on top of his foot and under his foot and was shaking it. And Josh is sitting there holding him. Now, there's a 200-pound, on his side tank. He's like, and I look over, and I see this fish, and it's just shaking like a pit bull. I'm like, ah! Oh my God! And Johnson's like, I told you. Like it's no big deal. Dad, this fish has got my foot. I'm like, oh my God! Dude, that fish has got your foot. He's like, I told you. He shook and let go. And we put the tank in there. But I'm telling you what, if a fish ever hooked onto my foot and was shaking me, I'd be screaming like a little girl. Something. I wouldn't be like, Dad, a fish has got me. You know what I'm saying? That right there is the man. This fish was shaking him like an alligator, left and right. It was crazy.
I want you to call him a Wesley.
No, that boy is a man right there. Oh my goodness.
No, I can't believe it.
AZ said, didn't the bull shark take a chunk out of Big Rich's foot? That's
Yes.
true.
That is true. I was supposed to never walk again. I was supposed to have 7 doctors wanted to amputate my foot. And the 8th doctor said he put it on, but I'd never walk right again. And you guys can't even tell that I walk right just as fine.
All right, we got Aaron Gonzalez, $10. Says, here's the first $10 for a Mike and a Mermaid fund.
You asked. You should never ask,
I
Mike.
had no choice. I'm fired.
And Sue Ann, another $10 for Mike's Mermaid fund.
Jesus,
Oh my goodness.
I'm taking care of me right now.
Wow.
You gotta enjoy that last box of cookies in that fridge.
Look at me.
There's like 6 left out of 30. He's like, you better enjoy that last box of cookies.
Hey, it's funny. It's funny that you say that because I was telling Reaper that you like the apple ones.
Yeah.
And he went in there to look for the apple ones. He was going to hide them, right? And he said, man, tell Mike I was over here and you told me the cookies was in there, so I got some. I'm going to hide them, and then I want you to give Mike my phone number and call me, and I'm going to tell him where I hid them at in the refrigerator.
I'm like, Reaper, don't mess with that man. Stop it, Reap.
With the reaper.
I'm surprised.
All right, guys, please hit that like button. You guys all take a break. Go hit that like button right now, okay? That helps us out.
I think Mike was the only one who heard that one.
What?
What's that?
What happened?
I said, I'm surprised there was any cookies left today.
Oh, because there's 2 fat guys here? I don't eat this garbage.
I got little Debbie's, man. I've been eating Debbie's all day.
He'll tell you the
I
truth.
still got 25 boxes of Debbie's while you're playing.
Sue Ann says Mike has to wear the coconuts, though. Coconut bra?
Yeah. Yeah, Big Rich did it.
Only if you come and squeeze them.
I'll squeeze them. I don't have no problem with that.
Her.
Oh.
Squeezing my coconuts. Oh, it got me fired. I don't need you squeezing my
I didn't get you
coconuts.
fired.
Yeah, I just got a text from my boss. You're out of here.
You're a
The
liar.
Magic Mike Mermaid fun.
He's lying.
$2. $2 you can't watch it. My coconuts are worth way more than that.
He did not get fired. He's still working at his job. But, you know, Amazon hired him, so he's got to start there in like 3 days. So.
You don't want you to keep telling them people that.
No, just in case Mike's boss is listening, Amazon hired him. You can match their pay, but he's going to leave if you don't.
I might as well go with y'all to Chicago now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, so I hope y'all got room.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Brandon Yu says we need to get Hoover in a mermaid costume.
We did that already. Did you not watch that? Oh, my
I did.
We
goodness.
had my dad, myself, Hoover,
And Reaper.
Yeah, you gotta watch him. I was actually supposed to be the crab under the sea. And Rich tricked me, and I couldn't
couldn't
find
find
your
the crab
costume. He
costume.
waited till the last day, like
I
couldn't find it.
took him to the costume store, and I went in there, and I'm like, listen, I'm looking for some crab arms because my little special buddy, he's got special needs. No, listen, Josh, you never heard this. I go, my buddy's got special needs. He don't understand everything. He wants to be a crab for Halloween, so he's looking for crab arms, right? And so I tell Hoover, I'm like, oh yeah, look for crab arms, you know, blah blah blah. And then when we go up to check out, the guy behind the counter was like, hey little buddy, how you doing? I had forgotten. Oh my God, it was so funny. It was so funny.
And I looked at the guy and said, "What are you talking about?" Then he told me the story, and I was like, "He's the special needs."
Oh my goodness. It was so funny.
We got really 2233 $5 says, "Hey Cookie Monster, I have a glass of milk if you want to shit over them cookies."
For $5, you ain't get none of these cookies.
Oh, you're an expensive
Damn
drink.
right I am.
He says, I'm a trick, yes.
He said, "For the right price."
603 Living says, Mike is never going on a live stream again.
Some smart people on here tonight.
Hoover looks like a young Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm trying to let it grow out for Christmas.
So, guys, up in Chicago this weekend, we're supposed to have dinner with Brett Raymer and all that. And then we have our own mods here, Brittany and AZ. They offered to take us out for a steak dinner. They'll pay for everything. And I'm like, no. They have an all-you-can-eat, food thing there. We can go there and eat all the barbecue we want. And they're like, no, we're paying for it. We're taking you out to steak dinner. And I'm like, okay. Now I'm like, am I going to be okay in shorts and a T-shirt in the steak place? Okay, Brittany Zibble says, okay, Mike,
$20.
listen to Coconuts by Kim Petras. That's you. No way, Rich. Hoobie will have the most amazing Mr. Krabs cosplay. Also, AZ wants to know what time for dinner tomorrow. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You're awesome, Brittany. Your husband's lucky to have you. And you're lucky to have him. Did that cover all the bases? I'm good.
What time for dinner?
I think it goes till 7 tomorrow or 9, and then it's after that, whatever.
I thought it was 6, but yeah.
6, okay.
But we'll be there tomorrow. You'll be there. Let's just figure it out.
We'll figure it out then.
I will now also be there. I don't have to work anymore, so you guys see me too.
He thinks he's fired. I got fired on the Ohio Fish Rescue.
Laughing at me getting fired, so rude.
He's like, you people are laughing, but I'm serious over here.
The person who asked about the cookies says, "How much we talking, Mike?"
They're only a
$1,000
buck a cookie.
We talking about to get me in a Mermaid. $1,000, and I'm out there with my rear end.
No. The $1,000 goes to us.
No, it don't go to you.
Oh, you don't get $1,000 to go in the Mermaid
If
outfit.
I'm fired, that $1,000 come to me, and we can fight and
No.
wrestle. Mud
They're
wrestle,
donating to
whatever you
OFR.
wanna do.
a certain amount for you to get into
They are donating to my unemployment.
No, they're not.
That's what they're donating to. That's the
No,
only way I'll
no.
get in the mermaid outfit. Because I'm unemployed.
We'll change that next week. You'll be like,
I want to
Listening
get to
to
see the
them.
new cookies that come out next week. I am done. And I would have said bye to the people that I like if I'd known this is my last night.
this is your last night.
You heard about that? Lord help me.
Well,
You sharing your room.
AJ said, is Hoover going to Chicago? Yes, I am.
Definitely is.
Thanks to Brittany and her husband.
Yeah, that was very
they bought her ticket. They bought him a ticket, and he's going to be staying with us in our room. I think he's going to cuddle up to Joshy in his bed.
No, I'm not cuddling up to nobody. Unless I find a hot chick.
Rich are sleeping cheek to cheek. That's the right answer.
Nothing like
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Richard actually knocked me off the bed, man. He's so big, man.
250-inch waist in the same bed. Woo, talking about 100 inches of waist. Tidy waist.
Tracy knew how to climb the mountain. Hoover don't.
Not trying to climb no mountains or anything.
Mount Everest. And his kids watching. You're going to blow the top off that mountain. His kids watching.
Yeah.
This turned into a comedy show. Anybody got questions about fish?
Yeah. Bro, I'm dead. From AJ. Oh my goodness.
Better make sure you bring a gas
I
mask.
think they're talking to me and Josh because you're sleeping there on the floor.
No.
Oh yeah, me and Josh need a gas mask.
I don't know why you need a gas mask. Why would you need a gas?
Have you not smelled your ass?
Oh,
I don't never smell my ass. I take a shower every day.
We have to.
You know?
When you sleep.
No.
You're over there. You're like, I'm like,
She-
Hoover, you're sleeping. No, I'm not.
y'all see what Aaron Gonzalez said?
Cheek to cheek with little Debbie in the middle.
Oh goodness.
That's going to be a flat Debbie.
Oh man.
Rich, you did actually fart an awful lot when you ate them shish kebabs.
Lie. Don't believe him. That's a lie.
Views are just going down and down. We're down to 2 viewers now.
We're down to 2 viewers.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at all of this.
We're at 325 viewers, son.
It was at 700.
Oh, Brittany Zibble says flat Debbie for sure. Brittany, you wanted him to come, so I mean, you know.
All right, guys, we got 10 more minutes. So if you got any last minute questions,
Can we answer some fishy questions at all?
chat.
Any of them?
No, I spend too much time talking about irrelevant stuff. Getting me fired.
Rach just Rach says, literally,
So
I can hear Tracy now. You better watch out. Tracy's my little, she's my little sweetheart.
You got people asking about the R. Kelly
I
cookie
bet.
song now.
I bet.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah, right there. It's right there on the screen.
All right.
Santa Hoovy.
No, above that. go
Santa
above.
Hoovy. Okay. So the R. Kelly thing. Song time? Yes, Bambi.
Turn the shirt in tomorrow.
Says OG Foster, $10. If I change my name to Debbie, will Hoover like me?
I think she's asking,
Of course.
if I change my name to Debbie, will you eat me?
No.
You're a liar. You sure do. You'll do anything for a Debbie. You'll do anything for a Debbie. If my butt tasted like chocolate, you would.
No, I don't even like chocolate. See, I'm saying I don't even really fool with the chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
I like the strawberry ones, the The ones that taste like pumpkin, the regular cake ones. I don't eat
Yes,
all that
the answer
stuff.
is yes. Okay.
Um,
608 Living says, can we have Mike back every week? Way better than Roger.
That's probably my last one, guys.
He ain't gonna have no job. He can't afford to hang out with us after this.
He can't afford a drink. We'll give him a drink if you come on.
Oh my goodness. Brittany Hargrove says, finally on here, so made a huge mistake other day and fed a green worm to our bass. We have 100-gallon tub strained. I've scrubbed it till my hands bled. Are there any other options just let it filter out? You don't have enough filtration. If the green is what you're talking about is algae, you don't have enough filtration. You could add a UV light, blah, 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 if that's what you're talking about. I don't know.
yeah, I'm not understanding the question. To what will there a green worm? I don't know what that
I don't know what a green worm is.
But if it's stained, then you need basically the only way to get it out is pressure wash it at that point. You can scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub, but a pressure washer will be the easiest.
I like the Paku question. It's a lot of
OVG Foster, another $5. A serious question. How many Paku are there in the Paku tank? Is Big Betty still the biggest?
Yes, he is.
And we have 3, 4,
We
7.
have Charlie.
We have 7.
We have Paku or Paco. The Paku. That's 3. Big Betty.
Actually, we have 8.
And then we have
they're all pretty big.
the 3
We have 4
black Paku.
3 black, 1 albino.
1 albino. That's 4 there. Plus these 3. So that's 7. Or you get more.
There's 4 red belly. You got Betty, Paco, Charlie, and the oddball one.
Okay, so let's go with 8. So we have 8 total now.
Yeah, 8.
8? Okay, we have 8 Paku in there.
Jim
Jim
Sheasley.
Sheasley's here. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Jim?
Hoover, what's your top 3 Debbies?
My top 3 Debbie's is the pumpkin one, Bigrich fried cake, and the nutty bars.
Really? They ain't the birthday cake ones?
Birthday cake ones are decent, but I'm saying they're more or less like the zebra cakes. They're like
They are.
basically
They are.
the same.
Yep.
Forget about Brittany.
Brittany Ziblis, $10, says, sorry guys, super excited to meet y'all tomorrow, but Hoovy is my guy. We are going to have a blast. Have fun with AZ for me, though.
Hey, no
Certainly
problem.
will.
We'll take AZ home with us. You can keep Hoover. We're good. We're good.
You're gonna need somebody to rehome me too.
Hoover, you're married tomorrow.
I'm married.
better wear something nice.
I got some nice clothes.
The king of DIY is on. He said, not in Chicago. We will be there first thing in the morning. So that's
We will be there. He's
maybe-
not showing up. I asked him. He's not coming to the show. He says he's not doing the big shows no more. He's doing fish clubs and stuff. And I didn't want to pester him, so I didn't say anything about it. But he said he's not doing none of the big shows no more.
But yeah, we'll be leaving after the stream, and we'll be getting there sometime in the early morning. So
if you're there, we'll hang out with you. If you're not, you can hang out with us anytime you'd like. But
if he's there, there ain't gonna be no show. We're just gonna go there and get hammered the whole time.
hammered in his hotel room. See that, Joey? Okay. Ray says, can Corey catfish poisonous? My daughter swears when stressing or stressed they emit a toxin and one poisoned her tank.
They are not poisonous whatsoever. Nope, they are not.
Yes, Kathy. After tonight, I'm gonna need a new home.
Kathy's like, you can stay with
I'm
me.
going to Niles, Ohio tonight.
OBG Foster says if Brett Raymer shows up, I'll send a $20 super chat next week. Well, we're going to.
Awesome.
It'll
He's
be-
going to show up here eventually. Matter of time. He will be here.
Well, we'll be with them at Aqua Shella this weekend.
So
Does Dimlin X work with African cichlids? And yes,
Dimlin
they
X
do.
works with everything. Dimlin X is one of our go-to, beautiful. We love this medicine.
But yes, it works with almost every fish. Someone's telling Hoover he better bring his little Debbie's to Chicago.
I already got them. Hooked up. They're in a separate bag.
It was in the suitcase before his clothes.
You got to understand. Hoover pulled up his pants and says, "I got my little Debbie."
We still going.
All right, let's see if we can find one or two more questions before we sign off here. What do we at? Already read that one. Does Australia have a rescue that you know of?
There actually is.
I'm sure that there's a few specific names right now. I do not know.
Right. But, they have contacted us and said, because of you guys, we got inspired to do this.
Mhm.
And, I'm like, let us know. Let us follow along with you and see how you do. Let us know because, we're interested in all rescues. The problem is we're not interested in the rescues that are picking up fish for free and then selling them. That's not a rescue. You're making money off of free things. You thought you found your niche. We're not backing you for that.
Man. Mike, you just got a job.
How
I'll
long?
give Mike a $22 an hour job if he stays in Chicago. LOL.
After the night,
Well, tell you what.
Okay.
Hold up. No. You got the job from Amazon, and that's $22 an hour, right?
Plus incentives.
Plus incentives, which is $2,000 after the 60 days or something.
Y'all, please give me one more cookie after the night. Just one more.
Just one more.
Please help me.
All right,
Kathy, I'm on my way.
last question. OBG Foster, how long did the candy from the candy store last, Hoove?
I
He still got a bunch.
I'm bringing.
I tell you what.
I'm bringing some of that to Illinois with me also.
I swear to God, any
Matter
person
of
that
fact,
comes over here,
I'm going to give Brittany some of it.
anybody that comes over here, he runs downstairs, grabs his bag of stash, and comes up and says, "Look at my candy stash," and he puts it all over the counter. And he's like, "Check this out." He's so proud of it. He's so proud of it. He's like, "I got 6 months candy stash right here."
All right, guys. Well, that does it for tonight. We thank you all for coming in and hanging out with us.
It's been fun hanging out with you guys. I thank you so much. This is my only time to get away. Yes, I'm stuck in this house all the time. And you know what? This seems like it's not a jail. Hanging out with you guys, I have a great time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love you
See you
guys.
guys in a couple of years.
And as always,
Stay fishy, my friends. Oh my goodness. That was actually like